Hey guys, it's Joe, and this is Pocket with Joe. We are going to be talking some NHL here, and I cannot wait. We've got two great games on the board here tonight, with the first game kicking off at 7 p.m. Eastern between the Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Do or die situation for the Florida Panthers tonight in this one. And then the Colorado Avalanche taking on the St. Louis Blues. This game starts at 9:30 Eastern. Just while everyone gets on the stream here, let's recap what we did see on the ice yesterday. So for Sunday, May 22nd, we saw some great games. We saw the Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning. These teams are playing back-to-back. There was a scheduling issue with the arena on Saturday night. That's why we're seeing this back-to-back situation for these teams. We saw the Florida Panthers be able to score on that power play, but not able to get the job done against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa came out and absolutely dominated over the Florida Panthers again in that game. The first period was their most competitive for the Florida Panthers, but in the second and third gave up 2 goals and weren't able to answer back. Now, we also saw the Carolina Hurricanes and the New York Rangers play their game. We had the Rangers, if you watched the show yesterday on the money line, so glad we did. They won the game over the Carolina Hurricanes 3-1. Now, the New York Rangers went up in that first, and they scored 1 goal in each period, getting those 3 goals there. We only saw the Carolina Hurricanes score in the second period. The Rangers were just desperate to get that home win, played fantastic hockey to get it as well. Now, the Calgary Flames and the Edmonton Oilers, you guys know the Calgary Flames broke my heart yesterday with the Edmonton Oilers winning that 4-1. I really did expect more out of the Calgary Flames, but what we saw out of the Edmonton Oilers, I have to tip my hat to them. They played an absolutely phenomenal game. Evander Kane getting a hat trick. Connor McDavid and Draisaitl. The speed that these guys were playing at last night was phenomenal. If you watch the first period, neither team was able to score. The speed that these guys were skating up and down the ice was incredible. It was so high paced last night. Now Edmonton's won the last 2 games. Calgary is in Edmonton again for the next game. It'll be interesting to see tomorrow if they can even up that series, but they're going to really have to change things, because if they play like they played the other night, the Calgary Flames are definitely in trouble. So today's games, you guys, let's jump into these games. The Florida Panthers coming in here on the money line at plus 105, minus 125 for the Tampa Bay Lightning, with a total of 6. Now the Lightning lead this series 3-1. Florida is just struggling offensively. This is one of those teams that they lead the series 2-1. It's 3-0. I don't know what I am talking about here. I knew that this was do or die for the Panthers. They are looking like they're going to get swept here. I don't know what the Panthers are doing. We have one of the strongest offensive teams coming in here and not able to score. Vasilevsky, though, for the Tampa Bay Lightning has absolutely stood on his head. He's only allowed 3 goals in these 3 games from the Florida Panthers. Bobrovsky, he hasn't been his best, but still, the Florida Panthers just aren't giving him any support either. Now, the Panthers are 0-4 in the last 4 meetings versus the Tampa Bay Lightning, and they really have struggled in Tampa Bay, only winning 8 of the last 30 meetings in Tampa Bay. The best thing we took out of the last game, game 3, is that the Panthers were able to win 55.6% of the faceoffs throughout that game. So if they can come in here, if they can start scoring these goals, they could pull off a win here and extend this series. Do I think they will? It's a hard spot. It really is. Tampa is playing completely lights out. They're dominating the Panthers in this one. The only way for the Florida Panthers to win this would be for the total to go over. So I think in this one, taking the over 6 is the strongest way to take this game. And I was looking at the first period. The over in the first period, though, it was minus 145 earlier today, which I'm comfortable with. It's gone up to minus 150. So I'm not too comfortable with that there. We have seen strong trends to this under, with the under hitting in 7 of the last 9 meetings and 4-0 in the last 4 meetings in Tampa Bay. But elimination game here, like I discussed earlier on my Joe Madden Sports podcast with Ian and Kevin, in an elimination game, you have that goalie pulled so early. Either way, if Florida somehow manages to get up in this game, Tampa wants this series done. They want it finished tonight. So I would be looking at both teams desperate in that third to finish out this game, and for the Panthers to try to stay alive, and for the Lightning to finish this off so they get some rest here before they move on to the next round. So I think the only way and the best way to take this game is to take the over 6. Now, the first period over under, like I said, just too highly juiced now, but I do think we see a strong play to that over 1.5 in the first period. And then you can look at the over for the third period. Definitely a great way to take this as those goalies get pulled and we get those empty netters. Should be a fantastic game between these two teams. I would love to see the Panthers get another win and see this extended, because I look at the Lightning, if they go out now sweeping this series, they got a major rest advantage going into the next round. I don't want to see that. I want to see the Panthers put up a fight. So you guys know I'm going to sprinkle a little bit on the Panthers at that plus 105. It's not going to be a full unit bet. I do love the over 6 for the best bet here. Now, the next game on the board and the last game of the day is the Colorado Avalanche taking on the St. Louis Blues. We have minus 155 for the Avs here on the money line, plus 140 I'm getting right now for the St. Louis Blues, with a total of 6.5. Now, I really have loved what I've seen out of the St. Louis Blues. The Avs are 2-1 in this series. We're going for game number 4. I think in this one, we see the Blues get the win. Now, the Avs won game 1, 3-2 in overtime. We saw the Blues win in game 2, 4-1. And then the Avs won the last game, 5-2. There was empty netters padded within that number as well, you guys. So don't forget about that. Binghamton went out for the St. Louis Blues. Now, Husso did a step in for him in the last game. Binghamton getting run over by Lucic there. Not Lucic. That was in the Calgary Flames game. I'm drawing a blank. He had one of his players, one of the other team's players on the tip of my tongue. Let me know in the comments if you know exactly who ran into him. But we've seen him out for this complete series. I'm looking for the St. Louis Blues to rally behind Husso. I'm looking for them to play their best game here at home. I think we can take them in the first period on that puck line. Just let me look at what the odds are for them in the puck line in the first period. I forgot to get that. I bet it earlier today. I really like St. Louis tonight. No, I would take them on the reverse puck line, and that's what I did. So on the puck line at plus a half, it's minus 174. Reverse puck line, I believe it was pretty close to even money at minus a half for them on that. I really do think we got a strong game out of the St. Louis Blues tonight. I think the books have undervalued St. Louis. Talking with my guests this morning, they said maybe it's just they're overvaluing and giving so much credit to the Avs, which I could see as well. I really do like what we've seen out of the Blues, so I think Ryan O'Reilly is playing absolutely phenomenal. So the Blues in the first period on that puck line. And I also think we can look at the St. Louis Blues team total over 2.5. Now, over 2.5, we're paying a little bit of juice at minus 140. But they aren't going to beat the Colorado Avalanche by not scoring goals tonight. I do not see this being a low-scoring game. I would take the over 6.5 too. The over is 7-2 in the last 9 meetings, 4-0 in the last 4 meetings in St. Louis. The Avs coming in off rest trends so nicely to that over, with 5 of their last 7 games hitting that over. And the Blues in their last 9 games, following a home loss of 3 or more goals, they have trended strongly in that next game to the over, with 6-3-1 hitting for the over. So give me the over 6.5. If you like Colorado tonight to get over 3.5 goals, it's minus 102. I'm staying off that. I really do think this is a Blues game. This is a Blues game to dominate, rally behind Huso coming in here. Now, if you watch the regular season, Binghamton is the main goalie, but we saw so much more out of Huso because he was playing the better goalkeeping role during the regular season. So don't count Huso out. In the last game, he came in cold. He was not mentally or warmed up enough to prepare for that game where he stepped in. So I'm not counting Huso out. I really do think he is a strong back. I think he's one of the best strongest backup goalies next to Ranta in the league. He has a 2.56 goals against average. Kemper has been letting in some, what I think have been easy looking goals with a 2.54 goals against average on the season. I don't know, you guys. This is going to be a tight one. The road team really does dominate between these two, winning 6 of the last 8 meetings. But I look at what Ryan O'Reilly has been able to do. I look what the St. Louis have been able to do. And there's also a nice trend. The St. Louis Blues, they win as an underdog following an overtime loss. They've done that in their last 4. Strong trend there. I'm going to take the St. Louis Blues on the money line. I think great value. I'm also going to hit them in that first period to come out really strong in the first period on the puck line. We're going to do reverse puck line though, guys, at -0.5. You're getting just a little bit of plus money on that. And then I'm going to take the the St. Louis Blues team total over 2.5. I'm not going to touch the Colorado Avalanche's team total at all in this one. But you guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me here for Puck It with Joe. Let's just do a quick recap of all the bets I am liking here. And actually, while I have you guys, I'm just going to quickly look at the props for this game tonight. I want to see what Ryan O'Reilly's shots on goal is tonight and his points tonight, because we have been riding them here on this show. And I definitely want to keep riding him here tonight. He's been playing absolutely phenomenal. Ryan O'Reilly, first goal scorer, you can take him at plus 1,500. It's hit in 2 of his last 5. Not sure if I'm willing to get there with that. Now, his points tonight over 0.5 is juice at -155. I think you could buy him up to points over 1 tonight. Get a better line there, and I think you're pretty safe with that one. I do like it. Sam Reinhart, you can get him under for his assist. Not absolutely loving that. I'm looking for more out of Sam Reinhart tonight. We got some great player props. I'm going to comment below in the YouTube with anything else that I see after this show that I've missed, but definitely look at buying Ryan O'Reilly's points up to over 1. Pay less juice there, because I do see him having an absolutely phenomenal night tonight. I would look at him as an anytime goal scorer as well. You're getting plus money on that. But let's just do a quick recap, you guys. So between the Florida Panthers and the Tampa Bay Lightning, I really do think you have a strong game out of both of these teams. The Panthers are going to put up a fighting game in this one. So give me the over 6. I think it's the strongest way to take this. The first period over is another great way to take it, but the over in the first period is too highly juiced. I think the Florida Panthers probably come out and win in that first period and make the adjustments needed to extend this series, but I'm not going to be betting on a side in that one. Now, the Colorado Avalanche and the St. Louis Blues, I'm going to be taking the St. Louis Blues on the money line here. I think they come out and play a phenomenal game. I'm also going to take them on the puck line at -0.5 in that first period for the St. Louis Blues. Don't take them +0.5. You're playing way too much juice here. I think they win it outright in that first period. And then the Avs, we're going to stay off for this game. I'm just going to take the St. Louis Blues team total over 2.5 at -140. Because if they want to beat the Avs here, they have to score the goals. I think that's probably your safest way to go, is to take their team total over that 2.5 at -140. But you guys, thanks for joining me here for Puck It with Joe. We'll be back tomorrow for another Puck It with Joe at 2 p.m. Eastern. Have a great day, you guys. Keep smiling, and you know the drill. Let's make some freaking money.